With all the growth of medicine, what is it that we are seeing? Growing more and more diseases. We have never closed any hospital. We are adding more hospitals. Is that what you call growth? Why? Because our approach is wrong. It's against nature we are doing many things. We try to simply temporarily find relief. Even the advertisements, they say, oh, it's all a beautiful, beautiful remedy. Just take this. Temporarily, it will give you relief. The temporarily goes down quickly, very fast and low volume. Commercials. They don't pronounce it clearly. Temporarily, it will give you relief. They don't say, temporarily, it will give you relief. It will give you relief in all bold letters, the temporary teeny. Temporary suppression. They try to cure symptoms only. Relieve temporarily the symptoms. Many of these so-called painkillers are nothing but dangerous drugs. I'm not only telling you people. Just before I came, I was in Baylor Medical College. I told the same thing to those doctors. Couple of months back, I was in your Federal Center, National Institute of Health. They invited me to give a talk. I told them. They appreciated this and they wanted to try the yogic approaches. Now we have yoga classes there. The National Institute of Health. John Hopkins does that. Now in Baylor, they have given us a bunch of heart patients, about 20 of them. And we are having them as a sort of research. We are giving them all kinds of yogic approach. We inaugurated that course. Just 2 days back, I was in Houston. It will go on for a few months, and the results will be checked later on. We are requesting them not to drink, not to smoke, and to be regular in their physical practices, pranayama, even chanting they did. Because it's not just something religious, if you don't want to call it that way, but it is using sound vibrations to realign the cells of the body, to bring harmony within. And they are given some changes in the diet. Already in 2 days, they feel so happy. A couple of people after the relaxation class got up, my God, I couldn't even lie down because I had a terrible headache. Now it's gone. What happened to me? She asked. Some of them literally laid there and started snoring. They said, I never had sleep like this. They learned how to relax consciously. And I hope that the result will be good and it will inspire many more people to turn to natural ways. Falling sick is due to our artificial life, our violating nature's law. We spend money to pollute our lungs, we spend money to create cancer, and we spend money to cure cancer. Millions are spent to bring cancer, thousands are spent to cure cancer. All those big billboards, naturally refreshing. It's okay. Yeah? It's cool. I give you a few millimeters extra long, cheap, take it. And my cigarette has only little poison, less tar. His has more poison. Don't drink that. We pay money for all these poisons. Pollute our lungs that is supposed to take in beautiful fresh air. Lungs are not made for your nicotine. That means we spend a lot of money to fall sick, and then we spend money to get cured. It is very cheap to live healthy. We eat all kinds of wrong junk food, fall sick. We have forgotten natural food. Man is an animal made for vegetarian food. Nature never created a body to eat meat. Human body is not created for that. The present day doctors agree that our intestine is totally different from that of an animal that would eat meat. Our teeth are not made for that. Our tongue is not made for that. Our eyes are not made for that. Our claws are not made for that. In a way, we are supposed to eat raw food. That's why I said God never created kitchen. Suppose, imagine there is no kitchen at all. How many of us are ready to go kill an animal, catch an animal, hunt an animal and tear it and eat it? We are not made for that. These are all part of yoga. Plain, clean, simple food. Having invented kitchen doesn't matter. Steam your vegetables. Eat nuts and fruits. You can have some grains, it's all right. Those foods are offered with love by those plants. An apple tree offers all its fruits with all love and joy. You simply stretch the hand and touch it, the fruit comes to your hand. The tree is so happy because you are accepting its fruit. It's a loving offering to us. Whereas an animal would never offer with all love its thigh. Come on, take it, make a soup. No. You have to kill it. And when you kill, what happens? Even before they sense that you are going to kill them, they get into a terrible shock. The fright of the animal splashes all kinds of hormones, undesirable hormones into the flesh, and that meat already becomes poison. Some say, oh, economically it's cheaper. Who said so? It's not cheaper. Economically it's very expensive. To develop 1 pound of meat, you have to feed the animal with 50 pounds of grain. Let's know that. And you have to allot at least 1 or 2 acres of land, grazing land for that animal. Each animal takes over so much land to graze, so much grain to eat, to give you 1 pound of flesh. If that is not eaten, you can use all that land and all that grain for more vegetables. You can feed the whole world. There's no food shortage. Another side, we dump excess food in the sea, and then we cry, oh, population growth, not enough food. Many so-called developed countries are doing this mistake. So we have to change our food, change our thinking. Let's not do anything against nature, fall sick, and then try to suppress with drugs. Even the drugs are not really curing anything. If there is a pain, you take a medicine, you kill the pain. Pain is not the disease. Pain is the announcement that there is a disease. It's a warning signal to you. You simply kill your messenger who comes to tell you that there is something wrong. Yes. Yes. That is yoga. Change the whole life into something beautiful, something harmonious, something happy and healthy. And that is religion. Treat the whole world as your own family. If you have, give it to the have-nots as much as you can. How many thousands of people, millions of people throw so much food while so many people die for food? How many people don't even have a little space to live, whereas thousands of acres are simply left unknown, even to the owners. They don't know where their land is. Many people don't even know how to use their money. It could all be used for the welfare of the humanity. Thinking of others' welfare, and sharing all that you can itself is a great approach to make the mind clean and peaceful. So we should all try to remember these things and make necessary changes in our own very life and help others also. And I'm not, again I would like to tell you, I'm not blaming any of this so-called education or growth or medical research or scientific research, not at all. It is the way we use it. It is the motive with which we do all this is wrong. If I blame the scientific growth, I can't even be using a microphone here. I couldn't have even come here without a plane then. I'm not against. But unless our mind is clean, we cannot use it for good purpose. A rich man, if his mind is not clean, he will use all the money for Las Vegas. Whereas if his mind is generous, clean, he will use it for better purpose. That's what. The mind should be cleaned. See, our own, in the ashram in the East Coast, we have some doctors as part of our spiritual community. We have a preventive clinic. And we use the same techniques for prevention and educating the patients. We don't simply treat a disease, we treat the whole patient. We educate them what went wrong in their life to face this situation. How should their minds be? How should their diet be? How should they eat? How should they dress? What are the better ways, natural ways of getting out of this? Doctors should not always think in terms of time and money. They should think in terms of the patients. There are so many, many areas that we could think of in making our lives better. You can call it religion, or just better living, or yoga, or doesn't matter what you call. We are here to serve others. By keeping ourselves in good shape, reforming our lives first, finding peace and joy within, and then to share with others. Everything in nature does that. Only human beings are misusing their freedom. As usual, I have forgotten my words before, and I don't know how long 9:30. Okay, we can probably spend a few more minutes in answering any if I created any confusion in your mind, please don't hesitate to ask me, or if you have any difference in opinion, please tell me. If that is right, I am ready to accept it and change my thinking. I'm not here as a teacher to tell you what you should be doing. I'm simply telling you what I am experiencing, what I have seen in my own life, and how I think the life should be molded. So simply I'm presenting these facts to you. It's up to you. If you think it's nice, take it. If it's no good, throw it. Many an evening you would have wasted, doesn't matter, one more evening.